What's up, guys? Welcome back to GoHamDiscGolf. I'm Big John, and this is going to be the This Week in Disc Golf news video for this week, which is, and today is January 2nd, 2013. This is the first video for GoHamDiscGolf for the new year. I'm really looking forward to this year. This channel got started about 3 to 4 months ago, and it's really grown. We just hit over 700 subscribers. We're getting about, around 1,000 views a day. I'm not trying to knock any other disc golf channels out of the way, but I'm proud to say that GoHamDiscGolf is doing really well and got really big goals for 2013. One of the goals is I want to do 4 road trips all over the United States. I want to go to the 4 corners of the United States and play with as many members of the Bacon Nation as possible. I think the first trip that I'm going to make is going to be around to the California area. So if you're in that area and you want to, just play a couple rounds with me, or you want to get involved with GoHamDiscGolf on that trip, leave a comment on this video, guys. I'm really looking forward to these road trips. So let's get into the news, guys. You know I like to start off with the PDGA news and the current tournaments going on. Well, we actually have a B-tier tournament coming up this weekend. We're at that point now where the B-tier events start coming back into play and a lot more C-tier events start happening. The B tier coming up is the Throw Down the Mountain Amateur presented by Sun King, and that's going to be in Brooksville, Florida. So if you're going to be playing in that tournament, or you live in Florida, or you're going to be going over there to spectate, let me know. I would love to get some pictures or some video or some experiences going on with the tournament. As always, submit that stuff to me, send it to me, and I'd love to talk about it in a video. Now, there's something really big going on right now in the disc golf community, and I'm sure that the majority of you guys already know about it. Last week and the week before that, leading up to the new year, everybody's been talking about all the new pros, or all the pros that have left their current sponsors, and there's going to be a big announcement about what manufacturer they were going to be switching over to. Well, it's been announced that there's a new company called Prodigy Discs. And the interesting thing about them is that they're a brand new company, but a ton of top pros, like number 1 through number 10 pros, have joined this company. And not only are they sponsored by this company, but it's been said that they have a vested interest in this company. So that can mean a number of things. Does that mean that these pros actually have their own money invested into the company? It's kind of up in the air right now about what that means. The pros on the team right now are, as far as women, there's Katrina Allen, Sarah Hokum, Paige Pierce. 3 of the very top women right now. These women could probably outthrow the majority of us watching these videos. And as far as men go, Will Schustrick, the number 1 player in the world, has joined Prodigy Discs. Also Ricky Wysocki, Cale LaVisca, Paul Olabari, Garrett Gurthey, Cameron Colglazer, Jeremy Colling, and Nico LaCastro. So with that kind of lineup, it kind of makes you think, what's going on with Prodigy Discs? What do they have that made all these pros jump on board? I, for one, can't wait to get my hands on some of the discs and check them out. Now, as far as the discs go, they are planning a full release of everything you need for your bag. That's drivers, putters, mid-ranges, fairway drivers, everything. And that's a huge undertaking. Right now, and there's 2 things I've heard about this. Prodigy Discs has said on YouTube that they were going to be releasing 2 drivers in January and 2 drivers in February. But then about an hour ago on Twitter, they said that all their drivers were going to be coming out in January. So I'm not sure when they're going to be coming out. As of right now, the names for those drivers are D1, D2, D3, and D4. Now, we're not sure if that's the name they're going to be staying with. If they might change the names upon the actual release. The only problem with that is that if they change the names, they have to get reapproved by the PDGA. But I don't think that's really a big issue. So we might see the name change, we might not. So they said they're going to be releasing these 4 drivers first. And then their plan is to release the putters next, and then the mid-ranges, and then the fairway drivers last. Personally, I wish they had decided to release the fairway drivers sooner, because a lot of us really love fairway drivers, but we're going to have to take what we can get. Now, the interesting thing about this is all these pros that are jumping on board with Prodigy Discs, These guys have been sponsored by Innova, Discraft, Gateway, some really good companies out there that put out some discs that a lot of us consider to be signature discs that we keep in our bags. Stuff like the Rock or the Buzz or the Nuke SS or a Destroyer or a Boss or a Wizard. That's the kind of stuff these guys are used to throwing. So for them to switch over to a company of all new discs, Prodigy is going to have to put out discs that can rival these. You know, if you were a top pro and you're used to throwing a Buzz, and a Buzz does everything you need it to do, and you switch over to this company and they put out a mid-range, or they put out a line of mid-ranges, and none of these mid-ranges fly like a Buzz did, you kind of would be in trouble. So Prodigy has to put out discs, like I said, that rival what these guys are used to throwing. But on that note, it's been released that all the pros that are you know, on the team for Prodigy discs, they're gonna be throwing mixed bags until all these discs are released. Now, I want to get into some of the rumors that are flying around about these pros and Prodigy discs, because there's not much concrete news, you know, actually press release news that's been put out yet. So here are the rumors that are flying around. It's been mentioned that each pro that's on this team is going to have a signature disc from Prodigy discs, and that'll be really cool. I think it'll be something that'll help push these discs into the market. It's been said that there's a salary that's going to be given to each pro, and that's been mentioned right around the $10,000 a year mark. So I don't know. That sounds like something that would help bring more people into disc golf, that would get more exposure for it. But for a new company, is that a downside? Is that almost like shooting yourself in the knee? So let me know what you think about that. One of the big rumors going around right now is that Sky Iron, they've been an independent disc company for a while now. They recently released, yesterday they said that they were no longer making discs anymore, and the owner said that his abilities were needed elsewhere. Now, I find that interesting, because if Sky Iron stopped making discs on the first and Prodigy said they were making discs on the first, then is the owner of Sky Iron now making the disc for Prodigy? Good question. Lastly, they're planning on putting out a limited release of all these discs. Do you guys think that'll be a problem? If these discs are great, but they're extremely hard to come by, is that going to be another way of Prodigy shooting himself in the knee? Let me know what you think about that. With this limited release, do you see this being a problem, or do you think that they're just saying that and there's not going to be an issue finding all the stuff we need? Lastly, I'm trying to get involved with Prodigy discs. I would love to be able to, you know, review their discs, throw their stuff, let you guys know what's good, what's bad about it, and do giveaways for Prodigy discs. So I contacted them on Facebook. I'm trying to get a hold of them, trying to get some conversation going. But I need some help from you guys. If you would like to see me review and give away these discs, then head over to the Prodigy Disc Facebook page and say something there about how you want them to get involved with GoHamDiscGolf. And lastly, I want to thank some of the guys on the GoHamDiscGolf forum for bringing some of this news to the forefront and keeping the discussion going. And those guys are Oscar, Icon, Phoenix Dar 76, Big Drummer Jack, and Deadshot Jack. So thanks guys for keeping that discussion going. Alright guys, next is the segment of, you know, in the news videos that I really like. It's the segment where I talk about the stuff that you guys, the viewers, have brought to me that you want me to talk about. So the first one is, and man, I'm not going to try and say your name because I have a feeling I would butcher it really bad. I'm going to call you EB, and you're from Norway, and you said that you and your friends were able to get out yesterday and play around, and it ended up being dark and snowy in Norway. But good job, man. Good job going ham. Next time you go out, grab some pictures, and I'll put them up here, and you guys can check them out. Sam Hastings on Facebook, he wanted me to mention that Dynamic Discs had a limited edition, version of the Elite Z Venom from Discraft. If you guys don't know, a Venom is a really good disc, but for a while it was out of production. I'm not sure if it's going back into production or not, but it's, like I said, it's a great disc. And to find it in Elite Z plastic is even more rare, because for the longest time Venoms only came out in DX and X plastic. So if you're a fan of the Venom, or you've been wanting to try one out for a while and couldn't get your hands on one, head over to the Dynamic Disc, because right now they do have them in Elite Z plastic. Oscar Johnson, also on Facebook, wanted me to mention, he wanted me to talk about all the new pros that have jumped onto Prodigy discs, and I went through that. But he also wanted me to mention the other pros that have jumped onto Dynamic Discs. And the only one that I found, that I was able to find, was Eric McKay, one of my favorite pros. but he's now with Dynamic Discs. And Dynamic Discs actually hasn't updated their team page on their website yet, so I'm not sure if anybody else has jumped over there. If any of you guys know of somebody else who's also joined Dynamic Discs, then let me know in the comments. Alright, the last part of the video is the news that's directly associated with GoHamDiscGolf. The first thing I'll mention is that the current giveaway for the ABC Platinum Flying Squirrel, the disc that was used in the first Battle of the Mid-Ranges video, that disc is the current giveaway. The last chance you have to enter is tomorrow night at midnight. Today's Wednesday, so Thursday at midnight is your last chance. If you have not entered into that giveaway, make sure you do it. It's a great disc. It's the stable to understable mid-range from ABC Discs. So definitely enter if you're not entered yet. Tomorrow will be a new giveaway. I'm not going to tell you guys what disc it is yet, but I will tell you that it's from DGA. It's a disc that I think a lot of people overlook. I kind of have a tendency to like to talk about discs that aren't, you know, mainstream or signature or the most known discs. But this one tomorrow, I think a few people, well, a good number of people know about it, but I don't think enough people have given it a try. So look forward to that new giveaway video tomorrow. Also, I put up 5 new discs on eBay for auction. As always, all these discs, if they're sold, all the proceeds go back to GoHamDiscGolf. They go out to you guys as giveaway funding. They help to get the portable basket that I'm going to be giving away for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and they just go back into the channel. So if you want to give back to GoHamDiscGolf, or you want to help me out and keep this channel going, then check out those auctions. There's might just be something up there that you've been looking for, and they're all custom dyed discs. And as always, I am doing commission dies. So if you guys need something to put on a disc, or you have a cool idea, just get a hold of me and let me know. We can make something happen. The last thing I want to mention is that there's been a lot of great discussion going on at the GoHamDiscGolf forums. If you haven't checked that out yet, make sure you do it. Today or tomorrow, I'm going to post all the people who are entered into the giveaway for the Flying Squirrel. So if you want to make sure you're entered into that giveaway, you can check the forums there. The other thing I'm going to be doing, and I should have done it already, is all the entries for the people who have not won a disc yet, the box that has the multiple entries. I'm going to put that listing up on those forums too, so you can see exactly where you stand. The other thing is that GoHamDiscGolf is also on Facebook, and I know a lot of you guys already know about that, but through the forums and Facebook and also Twitter is the best way to get a hold of me or find out exactly what's going on with GoHamDiscGolf on a day-to-day basis. So make sure you check out the GoHamDiscGolf forums, Facebook, Twitter, and anything else I mentioned. But I will see you guys tomorrow with that new giveaway video. Don't forget to go ham.